free parking, lots of free parking. Tuesday. Oof. I was trying to find this place doing good. Just doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. This room over here, they call it the Manor. It's got pool tables, foosball, lounging areas. I think it's for teenagers because they sometimes get like soccer teams stay here and they're underage, so they really don't have anything to do other than those kind of things and swimming and stuff. But you know, obviously they're not allowed in the casino. Well, they're allowed, but they can't play. So that's for them. It's a hospice convention. And you're probably thinking, well, that wouldn't be much fun. But I guarantee you the stress that they're under when they're not at a convention, I bet you they are pretty wild. They deserve it. This is the time of the year that you leave the house and it's chilly, and you walk the first half mile, everything's fine, and then you got to start taking clothes off. It's hot. I guess it's still over 60. Let's check it out. It is, oh my God, surely that's not right, 68. Oh, that's our high. But people think, you know, the high is at 2 o'clock or noon even. It's not. It never is, never was. The ambient temperature is always reached its peak right at nightfall. The sun might be more intense on those hours, like 12 to 2, but not the heat. So it feels hotter at 2. This is peaceful out here. I highly recommend, if you stay here, to come out here at night. It is really pleasant. If the weather's right, like tonight. It's really nice. And fun fact or pro tip, bring your own alcohol. Not a damn person's gonna stop you. They got some kind of rabbit in their hat. I don't know exactly what it is, but there is a rabbit somewhere because I just don't understand it. Hard Rock was never this dead. Never. This is a beautiful property. To tell you the truth, this looks more like the Fontainebleau
than the Fontainebleau. I'm talking about the Fontainebleau in Miami, the original. This is what this looks like. In fact, I think they mimicked it. There's a whole lot like this, but the Fontainebleau Las Vegas looks more like this over here. This section of Virgin, which was Hard Rock, makes no sense whatsoever. Why didn't they stay with this? Why did they switch to that? God, it makes no sense at all. I mean, if this was an HOA, the HOA would say, hell no, you can't build that. It's not going to match. I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong. It's modern, it looks nice, and the good thing about Vegas is, since there's so many hotels next to each other, it still looks normal. But if you're on one property, why wouldn't they have just stayed with that? And this gazebo is tremendous. It's absolutely beautiful. And nobody's out here. All right, I got to sit down for a minute. I got to take off some of these. I got a windbreaker I got to take off. Okay, that's very, very comfortable. I had to sit for 5 minutes, which I never do that. But once you get in one of those chairs, you're in for the night. The color of that water is kind of weird. I'm sure it's fine. This used to be wall to wall when they had rehab at Hard Rock. I think they closed it because of liability. They probably got sued so many times that they just couldn't pay the insurance anymore. It's the only thing I can figure, because it was highly popular. Probably the most successful thing in Las Vegas at the time. But the customers were so drunk, overserved, every one of them overserved. So anybody that got in an accident or anything like that, I'm sure, came back on the overserving. But a lot of those people showed up, tore up. So even if they got one drink, all of a sudden the bartender would be guilty. It is Tuesday night, so I don't, I got to give my break a little bit. But my God, look at this. It's about, I think it's about 65. I don't think it's 68. But this is, it's just wasted real estate. I mean, the temperature is perfect to sit outside. I don't get it. Let's see if we can get a better view up here. Yeah, I still think the color of that water is kind of weird. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. Doesn't look real clear. Now that gazebo used to be water, and they had blackjack tables in the water. So did Tropicana. Nobody has those kind of cool things anymore. I think Caesars might still have blackjack in the water. I'll have to check that out this summer. Pool's definitely not open yet. But have you seen a more beautiful property than this? Really? I mean, yes, there's some that are similar, but this is a top, I think it's a top 5 resort. I'm not talking about overall. I'm not talking about the casino and the rooms, but just the grounds. Even though they got rid of some of the swimming, some of the water, because that first place I went to used to be a swimming pool. Now it's just AstroTurf. So they got another pool over here. See, these rooms right here, look at the view they have. That's the view. Swimming pool and the strip. It's beautiful. And they've got a really nice gym. And it's already closed. Come on, man. That crossover machine over there, that's a $10,000 machine. We got a really nice stack over there. Talking about weights here. Don't get your mind twisted. So we're going to walk through here in the opposite direction. I normally walk the other direction, but we're going to go this way. This is a spa. Looks like it's closed for the night. However, no, the gym is open. I guess you just use your key to get in there.
This bar up here is only for private parties, so they must get a really good price. It must be really pricey because they don't use it that often, and it's just sitting here empty. Not that they probably could fill it considering the business that they're doing currently. I don't know. It seems like a waste of real estate. Unless once a month they might make their month in one night. I'll ask them to show their books on my way out. See if I can make sense of it.
But I can tell you that I went to the Cosmopolitan last night. Cosmopolitan has retaken that title, and it's not even close. I thought I was walking through, no offense, but I thought I was walking through the Playboy Mansion. I've never seen such a thing in Las Vegas, really. And it was crowded, and that was a Monday night. See, these guys are going to get in trouble from their wives for going out and having drinks. And they're absolutely up to no devious activities. And then there's people across the street at that strip joint that are going to go home and say they were doing business. And their wife's going to believe them. But we don't know what she was doing, so let's don't leave her off the hook. Okay, I have a few slot people that have told me they want to see more slots, more what's going on in the slots. But you know what? I mean, I don't know how long I got to stand here. Is there a certain time, like 15 seconds? If I do that, this video will be an hour long and nobody will watch it. We don't need to watch that, do we? Or that. So on this Buffalo machine in Caesars this weekend, somebody won $700 grand. They won 100 and something thousand, and then they came back.
They came back and played again and won 500 and something thousand. And the local news said that they were playing $2,500 a hand, a roll, a spin, whatever you want, a push, because you just push buttons now. 50. I don't know that you can play that on the Buffalo game. If someone knows, let me know. I don't think so. There might be a way, but I don't know of a Caesars Buffalo machine that you can play 2,500. Local news was a little sketchy about it also. It's a good looking game. Modern Casino Wizard. $3 on that game. The tables are $15. It seems like all the ones that are open are $15 minimums. This is a good looking machine right here. All because of these sides. Without the sides, this would be an ordinary machine. It's really smart for them to start adding those sides. Really makes a difference. Makes you feel like you're playing the Wizard of Oz or something. Not sure what's going on with this car. Wasn't in here a week ago. Good looking car. I guess it's supposed to be definitely an English car. Maybe it's the Beatles. Maybe that's supposed to be the Beatles car. Yeah, I think it's an English car. Be pretty cool to drive it just like that down the strip with the top like that. This is really cool. I don't know when it's open. Maybe it's private events. Actually, this bar is really cool. We got DJ over there. Not much going on in here. You know, Barbara Eden was right there last time I was here. That's right. No, it wasn't last. Well, it was 50 years ago. Yeah, there's so many places to hide in Las Vegas. That would be a good reality show for hide and seek.
I just nodded my head.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't even roll the window down. We didn't even have a conversation.
All right, let's see what we got out here. They got a G-Wagon. I think that's a Maserati. They're hard to tell. Yeah, it's a Maserati. Honda. You know Honda, right? Land Rover. Maybe. I don't know what that is. Lexus, maybe. Mercedes. Okay, we ain't got much. And then they park the regular folks out here. So if you get yourself a new car and you think you're a hot shot and you want to test it, just go to the valet, and if they keep it out front, you got yourself a car. A hot car. But if they put it over here, nah. All you got is a car without a catalytic converter. And nothing wrong with that. They sound like muscle cars. And I think you might get one more mile to the gallon without that catalytic converter. It's not really necessary to run the car. Actually, I think it will tear up the engine. So I better retract that. My lawyer just told me. Oh, they got Chabrero over there now. That's new. They've always had that White Castle and the 7-Eleven. They always had people hanging out in front of the 7-Eleven. You can't really even go in it without getting asked for money. I'm kind of surprised Chabrero went over there. And then there's the marijuana guy, MedMen. Try to give you something exciting about the Virgin. It's just absolutely beautiful, but it's just not doing any business. I keep hearing that it's doing fine. They just have their way of doing business. It does not apparent to me. Like they get a big bunch of people, three nights, and they do a lot of package stuff and make a lot of money, and they don't care that they have a night like tonight. Well, that's the story of a lot of places, and all of a sudden they're closed. And then you find out, oh, that was a bunch of lies. They just didn't want to devalue their business. That big chicken over there is Shack. I want to try that. Not tonight, but sometime when I make money. If I'm rich, I'm gonna go to Big Chicken. I think a chicken nuggets at Big Chicken is $8.99. That'll give me an idea of what the chicken will taste like, because that's getting into the 20s. And Shaq owns well over 100 Papa John's. So does Peyton Manning. I don't know if they own some together, but that's not really part of this video. That's a different channel I have, a business channel. All right, that's it for the Virgin. I'm gonna come back here on a busy night. I just gotta find it.